Get your vitamin D on, y'all. Get healthy. You know, we still got the quarantine still going on. Oh, yeah, still, the corona is still doing its thing. It's affecting those of the African diaspora, you know, at a higher rate. Now, we've been doing a good job here in Omaha, but we can do a better job because I've seen Dr. Poor, our Douglas County chief officer. She indicated that more young people have the virus. Older folks are doing good. However, those young folks, you know, get around and mingle with older folks. They mothers, grandmothers, fathers, uncles, etc., etc. So let's be wise, young people, as well as us older folks to be conscientious. You know, just be conscientious. All you have to now is 7-Eleven, y'all. Black Friday. We want you guys to practice. Oh yeah, doing business with a black business today. Without a doubt, this is how you get to know your neighbors, is actually participating in commerce. Without a doubt, baby. Shouts out. Appreciate all the congrats. Like I said, we was voted #1. You know, they listen to the station. You know, we got some older folks listen to us. You know, they in their house coats, all that stuff. Got rollers in their hair and men's in their boxer shorts and all that stuff. Yeah, we got listeners like that too. You know, real listeners. Black people, get some vitamin D. Spend some more time in the sun and take some vitamin D supplements. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, vitamin D is a healer, y'all. So get out, get some sun today. Also, today is going on at 10 o'clock, Jackson Tower. You know, I grew up in Omaha Housing Authority over at, oh yeah, Hilltop Projects, just 6 blocks away from me, baby. Oh yeah, 30th and Lake. Yeah, without a doubt, where I learned all my ethics. Yes, without a doubt. My mom always taught me, if someone treats you good, you treat them better, because you're going to need them one day. Oh, yeah. My mama batting 1,000. Without a doubt. So let's get supporting each other. Love. You know what I mean? I don't have no agenda. We shouldn't have no underground agenda. Our agenda is Black universal love. Period. When you got Black universal love, oh yeah, you support each other. Without a doubt, you take care of each other. I think that's what's missing. I think that's the common denominator in each of our communities, is the lack of love. That's why we practice on Thursday. Oh yeah, love yourself Thursday, because we're gonna put things in practice. We're not gonna perceive that you know everything. No, I don't know everything. You know what I mean? I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn. Thank you, Brother Steve. Oh yeah, 95.7 The Boss, #1 urban radio station, voted by our peers, Omaha Hip Hop Awards. I think we won it 2 years in a row. Thank you. Appreciate it. Black business today. This is how you develop new relationships throughout the community. Also today at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today, 600 South 27th Street. If you need a ride, they have everything set up through Lyft. You get a Lyft for free. All you have to do is when you buy your Lyft, put in the promotional code SimpleTest2020. And oh yeah, you'll get a free ride from Lyft. Uber, I don't know what happened to Uber. I don't know if they reached out. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the jitney, but you know they stole this concept from the jitney from us. But shouts out to Lyft for providing free rides today. Yes, I love that. You know what I mean? And that coming from Omaha Housing Authority. Let me see. New Era. I had the flyer. Let me see if I can find the flyer. New Era Baptist State Convention. They're one of the sponsors, as well as Department of Human Health Services of the state of Nebraska. They're sponsors. So that's going down today. Oh, yeah. You got to be proactive in one's health. No one loves you more than you. So let's be proactive in one's health. If you're lacking health care, this is an opportunity to get free testing, because if you go to the doctor, if you go to an emergency, they're going to charge you. If you go to your personal doctor, they're going to charge you. But if you go to the free testing provided through the community, through the church, through the churches, oh yeah, then that's a love that neighbor move. Shouts out to all the churches. You know, I'm critical of. I'm not saying churches are maybe more pastors than churches, because church is just a building. But the pastors have been stepping up. Without a doubt, they've been feeding the people, ministering to the people during this time. I see y'all. Oh yeah, I see y'all ministers. So shouts out, keep giving people the word, the encouragement, the faith, the hope. Oh yeah, and the knowledge, without a doubt. Again, today testing at Jackson Tower, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Protect your loved ones. Free corona testing. 600 South 27th Street. It's basically 27th and St. Mary. You can walk up there. You can drive. Also, again, Lyft is providing free rides. All you have to do is do your Lyft game. Oh yeah, get the app. Most people are savvy with that. Y'all smart. Y'all carry smartphones. So, oh yeah, just schedule a Lyft. Put in promotion code Simple Test 2020. Simple SIMPLETEST. Simple Test 2020. Put that in the promotional code. You'll get a free ride from Lyft to Jackson Tower and back home. So we don't want transportation to be a barrier. Omaha Housing Authority is doing the thing, man. They're doing the thing for the residents, but also they're doing a love thy neighbor move. Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. These are the ethics that I learned in Hilltop Projects, the place that y'all perceived that we were poor, that we had no knowledge, that we weren't about it. Oh yeah, I let y'all know every day that y'all are wrong. I'm a evidence of the product that comes from, oh yeah, at Purdue. Omaha Housing Authority is still doing it for their residents. Jackson Towers, oh yeah, 600 South 27th Street, y'all. It's open not only for OHA residents, but it's open to the community. No matter where you at in the community, I don't care where you at. You in Miller, come on down. You don't got the money? Call Lyft. They'll pick you up. All you got to do is say Simple Test 2020. Because we got black people everywhere. We got people that's struggling everywhere of all hues. White, natives, everybody, undocumented. blind, deaf. We got people that's shed in that just don't have that transportational need. So don't let transportation be a barrier. Don't let because it's in what was that in Jackson. Come downtown, and then also meet some different people, y'all. We got to mingle a little bit. Steve, shouts out to the Ohio fish market. I remember my mom used to take me in there. My daddy when I was a young lad. Oh yeah, I was a young lad. Without a doubt, man. I'm 55 now. 55, no job, but I was a young lad. 10 a.m. Stay with us. We have our teen show coming up. Oh yeah, the youth summer during this currently right now through the Step Up program, the school year. So we're gonna be looking for representatives, different heights. Oh yeah, to participate in this show for young people so they can express themselves, and so we can hear some ideas from the next generation. Oh yeah, us grown folks, we don't have all the ideas. That's why we have children, and that's why we teach our children to be better than us, more intelligent, etc., etc. And so they're gonna come with some ideas, especially if they're around you, and you coming with challenges of intelligence, not accepting mediocrity when it comes to their academia. You ain't gonna have no children that's slacking. We're gonna have a guest calling in at 8:30 today. Tony Goins. He is in charge. He's a director of the Economic Development Department for the state of Nebraska. He works for Pete Ricketts. He's going to be calling in and talking about economic development and the opportunities that exist from the state. We're going to be talking about money, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about money. Again, I want to remind you, it is Black Friday. Find a black business to do business with. Be purposeful today. Create new relationships. Again, we got black businesses all over this community, from West Roads. I think even Oakview Mall. So there's black businesses all around this community. Be purposeful today. Let's create new relationships. Let's create brotherhood, sisterhood. Without a doubt. I'm gonna play what we gonna play? Well, we're gonna play the the gentleman that won the male hip hop award last night. Yeah, the Omaha Male Hip Hop Award went to Bacon, a Small Town General. Oh yeah. So we're gonna play a couple tracks from Bacon, a Small Town General. I'll find out who are the other categories. I'm doing a watch party right now. You can go on there. As well as broadcast live. All right. So let me find that track. Some Bacon. I'm gonna cook you up right now. Omaha, Nebraska. Oh yeah. Hip Hop Award went to the male favorite artist. Oh yeah. Bacon, Small Town General. Boss with us. We're gonna go back to back. Bacon, since he won, oh yeah, male favorite artists from the Hip Hop Awards. The first track it's a love song. Can I Get to Know You? Then the next track is that Terrence Crawford. So we're gonna show you some little love, and if you mess with our women, we're gonna let you know we got the best pound for pound part of our town. Boss with us.
This is fresh.
Come on, Shawty, let's have some fun. We only live once. Relax and enjoy life while we both still young. You should be out here. He wants you boxed up. Wanna control you. Treat you like you locked up. Mama didn't raise you dumb. Mama didn't raise a bum. You better than that, you smarter than that. You can find real love, someone that's gonna have your back, someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respect your word, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. So can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? I'll do anything for you. So girl, what you wanna do? I ain't trying to make you choose. I just wanna see you win. I don't wanna see you lose. You got potential and meet the credentials. You wanna play games and mess with your mental. I know that you're tired of cheaters and liars. You need you a rider or real provider, someone that respects you, never neglects you, be there to protect you, to hold and caress you. Someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respects your work, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. So can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? I'll do anything for you.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the rise. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford be. I feel like Terrence Crawford be. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford be. I feel like Terrence Crawford be.
I've been working hard for this right here. Giving my blood, my sweat, my tears. Always had dreams that I make it to the top. Even when it got hard, I kept going non-stop. Pops wasn't there, but my mama held it down. She tried to keep me from hanging with the wrong crowd. Hanging with the homies, running in and out the house. Big pounds on the table, big guns in the couch. I'm glad my little brother told to take another route, cause the little homie there was short than it on the ounce. You gotta reach for the stars, aim through the clouds, cause it's way more than life than what the streets talking about.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, my city's on the rise. Terrence Crawford, I feel like Terrence Crawford be. I feel like Terrence Crawford be. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford be. I feel like Terrence Crawford be.
Say what you wanna say. You gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gon' let your worry me. Ain't gon' let your worry me. My son playing sport, crossover game nice. Box a little bit stiff, left, strong rights. Crazy how life changed right before your eyes. One day you nobody, next day you're the God. Now everybody on you talk about how they know you, claiming what you owe them, everything that they showed you. But at the same time, they can't wait till it's over, praying for your downfall, sitting waiting like a cobra.
I was gonna be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fuck, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the rise. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford.
Say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gon' let your worry me. I ain't gon' let your worry me. I say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gon' let your worry me. I ain't gon' let your worry me.
Baptized in dirty water.
Bear on.
I never stop until the cash came. Off the porch with the torch in the fast lane. I never stop until the cash came. Broke outside, gritting in the pouring rain. Getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. Huh. I want the money, y'all can have the fame. I never stop, just hustle till the cash came. I'm a ogre, getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. On my way to the castle, I'm feasting on sewer rat. Can't wait to slay the dragon and get Fiona back. High stakes, high reward. Cop Snow White cooked up 7 dwarfs. Mama say be a leader, not a follower, boy. This Peter Pan peanut butter got us ballin', boy. A pot of pissing, so I'm out the window. Fully loaded extendo hanging out the rental. Dog food, I need my bits and kibbles. Bad news, I'm out the Vic kennel. My mama never knew about my hustle nor my whereabouts. Dope fiend rentals or the contraband in her house. All I knew was go and get it, nigga, when the lights were out. Fiending for the money, yeah, gritting, foaming out the mouth. I never stop until the cash came. Off the porch with the torch in the fast lane. I never stop until the cash came. Broke outside, gritting in the pouring rain. Getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. I want the money, y'all can have the fame. I never stop, just hustle till the cash came.
On my visit to the couch come in, and me and Dara flip them like they tumbling. Man, I want that 5, I want that whole 10. I seen that this shit across the border like a Mexican. See where I'm from, they call it trafficking. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's common sense. Money on my mind, man, and how to get it. 12 ways to get paid, man, I'm all with it. Shovel in the dirt because I did hard. My girl like it in the bed because I stayed hard. Running through the streets like a dog off the leash. Half man, half a mason, but I'm all beast. Foaming at the mouth when it's time to eat. Every word of the dog when I show my teeth. Foaming at the mouth when it's time to eat. So every word of the dog when I show my teeth. What?
I never stop until the cash came. Off the porch with the torch in the fast lane. I never stop until the cash came. Broke outside, gritting in the pouring rain. Getting it out the mud like Shrek. Whole onions, packed and wrapped on donkey back. I want the money, y'all can have the fame. I never stop, just hustle till the cash came.
16 stars, baby, never cared to me. All my friends were secret TT Don Bob that sent me back to live with mama. Hopped up off the break. I'm focused on my vision. That's when I met my hitter. That Illinois bringing all the noise, nigga. Put me in that blue bomber. Taught me how to talk. He never touched me. Close your mouth. Open your ears. See, you can't have my back unless your mind is clear. I'm sticking to the money that is thick. Survival of a coon, no hesitation. Never made a missing money. I say love to my hustle. Move that man about the way. He ain't bring me back that butter. Mississippi, what they call me. Everyone they walk in, terror never stalling. I come out swinging, if I'm back against the wall, yeah. I'm never dime a dozen. I got a point. Going stupid, too bad on them. That go for my, and that go for my too. Never change a soul up. Every day they judging you. Mama wrote the chronicles and that's who I pay homage to. Close your mouth, open your ears. See, you can't have my back unless your mind is clear. You can't have my back unless your mind is clear. I'm getting to the mind.
Bear on me.
Oh yeah, that was that Loot Squad. Oh yeah, we got get everything set up. We got our guests in the house. We're gonna be talking some health. All right, we got one more song coming up, and then we're gonna get right to it. Omaha, boss with us. All right, Omaha. We're getting everything together, y'all. Got a guest in the house. We're gonna be talking about some health. What's going on right now in our community? Oh yeah, we already know what's going on nationwide, but what's happening in our community? So we got oh yeah, my man Phil Rooney from this county health department going to give us an update of what's going on in regards to our numbers here in Douglas County, how we are being affected, and then also they're participating in the free testing over at Jackson Tower today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 600 South 27th Street. That's 27th and St. Mary. Free testing. Health Department is part of that, as well as the New Era Baptist State Convention and Omaha Housing Authority are bringing that free testing to the community. They partner with Lyft. And so if you need a ride, no matter where you at in the community, I don't care if you're Ralston, Miller, I don't care where you at. All you got to do is call Lyft, put in the promotional code Simple Test 2020. Yes, Simple Test 2020 in the promotional. Lyft will take care of the charges. Free ride from Jackson Tower to your home. All right. What's going on, Phil?
Well, the testing is certainly some of the good news. There's and I think there's also going to be testing on Saturday at Salem Church.
Okay, yep.
And I think there's another testing opportunity we hope will be announced today, but I'm not going to say anything till everything's in place on that, so we know that it comes about. But we continue to add cases. It was slower for a couple of days. The last few days we've had a few more. So let me just bring you up to date on the numbers. We had 87 new cases reported yesterday, and that brings our total to 7,862 for the outbreak. We had 2 more deaths yesterday, brings the total to 102. Those are a couple of ladies over 70 years old. Very sad thing to see.
Uh-huh.
So we're at 102 deaths, and we do have almost 4,400 individuals who have been sick but are confirmed to have been recovered. The positivity test rate for last week was continuing to go down as tests have been expanding. However, to start off this week, the positivity rate has started to go up, so we'll need to look at that for a little longer period of time, at least complete the week so we have some idea of a trend. South Omaha testing closed down last week due to a shortage of some supplies. That's reopening on Sunday.
Okay.
It'll be 5 days a week now. It'll be Sunday mornings and then 1 to 5 Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And we know Test Nebraska is now out at the Crossroads by the old Sears store, and they're testing as well. So there are a growing number of opportunities for people to get tested. We know when we find people who are positive, then they can go into isolation, and we can find out who they were around, and hopefully stop this thing, stop the spread of this disease, because I know it's starting to sound like an echo. We still don't have any direct treatment for it, and we don't have any vaccine for it. Those are a way off, and as what you see around the country, it's not going away.
Right. I mean, as I look at the trends here in Douglas County, have people been pretty much abiding by, the mandates based off our numbers compared to other states around us?
I think there are a lot of areas and places where people are doing well wearing the masks. And of course, I don't know if they're washing their hands, but there are a lot of places that are doing a good job with social distancing and wearing masks, and there are other places and individuals who are not doing so well. So we continue to ask people to wear your mask, practice social distancing, and wash your hands every opportunity you get, or use hand sanitizer when you can't. Don't have that opportunity. But it's very important. Limit gatherings. Don't get around large gatherings. And I'm sure there were people who gathered in groups last weekend for the 4th of July, and that is any holiday weekend like that. We have amusement parks that are opening, and some other activities are starting to pick up. We know that some school teams started practicing.
Right.
And in in the last couple of weeks, we've had cases among players on a basketball team, not a basketball team, a baseball team, and a softball team.
Okay.
So, and another thing that has really kind of been a turn in the past few weeks is now over half of the cases, about 56% of the overall cases now are in people 34 years of age or younger.
Okay.
So they are not necessarily, we haven't seen them as yet getting as sick as many of them.
Okay.
But we are seeing, we're seeing more deaths down in the 50s and 60s than it used to be older to start with. And even people who get sick and recover may have some lingering health issues.
Oh,
And
really?
a lot of people are sick for a long time.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now,
Does the virus, for those that get healthy, does it cause damage to their organs?
there's some, there's always new studies coming out, and you want to replicate the studies, and have them peer reviewed and that sort of thing. But it does appear that there are, in many cases, not all cases, some long-lasting health impacts from it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But for those who don't take it seriously, I was just looking at some of the data. It's over 130. I think it's 133,000 deaths now in the country attributed to the virus.
Uh-huh.
Annually, there are about 15,000 homicides a year. That's over 12 months. This is 130-some thousand over 4 months.
Right.
Homicide is obviously a serious crime issue, something considered a public health issue in certain areas.
Uh-huh.
But we have about 10 times the deaths from this virus in 4 months that we do from societal ill over the course of a year. That should get people's attention, I would think.
You would think so. What about the flu? Has that created a problem, or even we're in allergy season?
Allergy season creates a problem, and the people have their normal allergic signs, or they think they're their normal allergic signs, and yet they may be. It's very similar to the COVID-19 symptoms.
Right.
So I saw on TV the mayor of Atlanta was talking about how she thought she had her summer allergy reactions.
Right.
Turned out she would had COVID-19.
Interesting.
So the only way you know for sure is to get tested. Yeah. Flu, not yet. Flu season starts officially October 1st. Of course, the virus doesn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when we start our flu surveillance. But we do have flu cases throughout the year, not smaller numbers. Large numbers during the flu season, of course.
Okay.
But they test when people go in to be tested for one thing or another. They get tested for a range of viruses. Flu would be in there, and so they will show up. A lot of times that's travelers.
Okay.
People who may have done some traveling, and the flu does hang around. But we know the flu does better in cold weather, cooler weather.
Okay.
Coronavirus. This one's COVID-19. It's one of several coronaviruses, as we discussed. Doesn't seem to be too much bothered by the heat.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. People perceive that the heat would kill it, and obviously that's wrong.
Yeah, people were hoping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man. So, any other precautions we should be worried about? I know bars have opened back up. Is it still like 25%, or has it?
I think they're at 100%, but they are asked to do social distancing, which becomes very difficult in some of those situations. I know there have been some people that operating bars, and they're being really good about it. I mean, I was at a place last night in the Blackstone area. They still had tables closed, people spaced out. And that was really good to see.
Right.
And I know there's on Leavenworth Street, there's one live music venue there that just closed down for about 3 more weeks because people were not doing what they knew needed to be done to prevent the spread of the virus.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that bars and restaurants can be back at 100%, but they are asked to maintain social distancing and practice all the skills, which is going to be pretty difficult.
Right. Well, soon. We're gonna be wearing these masks for a long time. You perceive, like into next year?
I think they're going to be around for a long while. Indeed, they are. I think it's what we're going to have to do until we get a vaccine or some treatments.
Mm.
There are plans, of course, being put together for how a mass vaccination clinic would be conducted.
Mm-hmm.
Those plans are coming together, but we still don't have a vaccine. But when one is ready and we get our hands on it, we'll be out there getting people vaccinated. Okay. And we certainly encourage people to be vaccinated. And that's another concern. People may not have been going to the doctor as much over the summer. They may have been afraid to take their kids in to get vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that people are keeping up on those childhood vaccines so that we don't have an outbreak of something else in the schools.
How are we going to get, if, a lot of people still aren't going to get vaccinated, but you said if a number, a percentage of a community gets vaccinated, it'll
certainly make a big difference. The number I've heard, and I would have to talk to one of our epidemiologists, but if 60 or 70% of the population is vaccinated or has immunity, then that provides a great deal of protection.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't mean nobody else will get it, but it certainly makes a big difference.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, lots of other things going on. Our restaurant inspectors are back out there doing the job, and they're of course helping with people if they have a case in any sort of a venue like that.
Mm-hmm.
Our WIC offices are still working by phone. STD clinic is open, and we have that's by appointment now. People have to use hand sanitizer when they come in and wear masks, but
Okay.
we're providing those services. So a lot of things are cautiously returning to normal, but we still are every day reminding people got to wear a mask. That's a nice one you've got.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, it was matching. Martine hooked me up. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get the logo in. Shout out to Creighton also. They actually our neighbor right down the street from us. So Omaha, still be cautious out there. Continue to wash your hand. Practice great hygiene, not good hygiene, great hygiene.
You can't overemphasize that.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll hopefully will carry over into the flu season too, and help people avoid becoming ill.
Will these testing sites continue? Because communities that lack healthcare, we don't want them to go to the hospital and infect people indirectly. Are we going to continue to have these community outreach in regards to free testing?
From what I understand, I think there is a lot more testing coming.
Okay.
I think hopefully there will be a new location announced today, if not a couple announced in the next 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think there are a lot more opportunities. There are, and they don't all have the same source of their supplies that became scarce for the one clinic.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge with that is there are 3 companies that provide the machines to do large scale testing. They run a batch of tests at a time.
Okay.
And they all have you've heard earlier there was a shortage of reagents, which is a part of the chemical process. That doesn't seem to be a problem now, but there are plates that are used in the machines to load the equipment and other items. Each of the 3 manufacturers has parts specific to theirs. It's like you have a Ford, a Toyota, and a Chevy, and you can't change parts between them. The machine, in some cases you can in those, but if you had 3 different brands of a certain product, and all the products you need to renew or reservice that machine come only from that manufacturer.
Man.
So those manufacturers are sending them to the places where they have the most, more business right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we've been, the Med Center and UNMC, and we've been working with them, and they've come up with a plan to return some of the testing to South Omaha, and there's a couple of North Omaha testing events over this weekend. And I think more testing coming that way. The one at the Crossroads is probably going to be more convenient for people than other locations were.
Okay.
And Test Nebraska does have its own in-state lab, and they're getting turnaround in about 24 hours once you get tested.
Okay.
So,
all right. Now, what does it look like for a person that come up positive? I mean, what is that person going through?
Well, some people have very relatively mild symptoms, but they still need to isolate until they are symptom-free and temperature-free for 3 days without the use of medication. So they have to isolate and take what medications over the counter there are to make their symptoms as manageable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Some people we've seen the stories about people who are hospitalized for 2 months or more.
So it varies from no symptoms to acute symptoms.
No symptoms or very mild symptoms, and 102 people have died.
Man.
In the county.
Interesting.
133,000 across the nation.
But majority of those deaths have been older and those that have pre-conditions. So have a compromised immune system.
Well,
it's incapacitated.
Underlying conditions, but let's remember some of those that includes high blood pressure, being overweight, diabetes, things that normally a person would expect to live with for a long time, and then you can manage. Mm-hmm. Many people overweight can get rid of that problem.
Right.
Like I'm. And diabetes is often quite manageable. And high blood pressure, there are medications for that. But if you get too many things attacking your system, that's when you get into a problem. So, it's not like they have underlying conditions that they were at death's door.
Right.
There may be some who were in that situation, but a lot of other people have not chronic ailments that can be managed. When you get this, that's the same thing that happens a lot during the flu season. You have one of those conditions, and then you get the flu, and that's just too much.
Right.
And the flu season is certainly a cause for concern. But
I doubt. So, wintertime, have you guys planned out in regards to free testing, how that's going to look because people can't go outdoors.
Yeah, we're definitely taking that into account as we're planning for the timing of the clinics. You may remember the H1N1 year back in 2009,
Okay.
but that was more in the fall, or I mean, that was at least during a relatively warm period of time, earlier in the fall, so that some people could at least get in lines outside. Some of these plans would include, or could include, companies having vaccination clinics in their offices.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you want to make sure that you don't expose people in that. There could be large indoor venues that people could come through and get indoors. Because if it's like 15 degrees, people aren't going to want to stand outside in that.
Right.
I don't think you're going to be able to lean over a car window and open it up and give somebody a vaccination.
Right.
And you'll have family groups. So those things are being considered.
Okay. Good.
An excellent question. And now I need some coffee because my throat's starting to tickle.
I'm on Nebraska. We're talking to Phil Rooney with the Dutch County Health Department. We're just talking about what's going on here in Dutch County, the current numbers. Also, just want to continue to reinforce, great hygiene, social distancing, wearing your mask, especially in public. Also, in regards to yourself, we always advocate, modify how you eat, what time you eat, so you can manage your weight a little better.
Oh, that's an excellent point.
Mm-hmm.
People, I don't think it may not have been emphasized enough that you need to do all the things you normally would do to make yourself as healthy as possible. Mm-hmm. It's even more important now, drink plenty of water, eat right, get some exercise, do all those normal things that you do to make yourself as healthy as possible.
Yeah, without a doubt. They talk about it every week. So those that have the improved immune system, you have to get as healthy as for you. Everybody have different body types. And so, but one thing that we can do is, I call it behavioral modification, but we're going to modify how we consume food. We don't want you to diet. We don't want you to die. So we want you just to modify how you eat. As an exercise, let's go back to grade school where we played. Where we had some activity all the time.
Yeah, that's good. Any movement you can do, walking.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in a situation where you feel good about walking and get some exercise, maybe one of the local high school those may be closed off still. But go to the parks, use the trails around the community, walk through your neighborhood. Walking is,
that's a great exercise also.
Yeah,
especially if your joints, you got good joints. You know what I mean? Because it would cause an irritation. Walking is tough for me sometimes. Well, it is because I got a fractured ankle, old injury. But so that's why
basketball injury.
Yeah, basketball injury. So that's why I'll do the bicycling.
Sure. Yeah.
So that way I'm not pounding on that ankle, on my knee.
One ankle that doesn't perfectly match the other one from a basketball injury.
Oh, heck yeah. It stays swollen, man.
That one's taking a beating.
Oh, heck yeah. So shouts out to the chiropractors that straighten us back up. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Phil, anything that we didn't discuss this morning? I know you got to get ready to go to the press conference.
Well, one thing, we've had some really hot weather, and it appears that we're in for a long spell of hot weather.
Okay.
So we want people to take it easy, avoid being out during the hottest part of the day as much as you can, and drink lots of water. Water is the best drink for you out there. I'm having a cup of coffee to start the day, but definitely keep hydrated. Don't overexert yourself if you're outside having to do work outside. And there are a lot of people who do lawn work, I know, during the summer. Will make sure that you get a break, get inside, get in the cool. Because the number one weather killer is heat. Heat.
Now, Dutch County got funding for Corona, right? Is that gonna because we are gonna be dealing with heat and people are gonna be inside? They have to be quarantined. We don't want to cause. I remember back in the day when they had a lot of deaths in Chicago because that heat wave. Because people stayed in the house, they had no. I really don't want to. I want us to have some real foresight on, especially it's a hot summer, and according to World Herald, this is one of the hottest summers.
Yeah,
on record. I mean, so far,
Yeah.
this is what they're reporting so far. And if that's so, then that means people got to stay quarantined. We're dealing with people that don't have the economics. Everybody don't have air conditioning. Is there some kind of proactive plan for to get air conditioners or even fans?
I believe the Salvation Army, it may not be them, but I believe there are agencies around town that are gathering fans, collecting fans, and distributing them to people. Fans will help a lot. I remember when I was working at the housing authority years ago, we had a fan drive, and because some of the towers were not air conditioned, so we were able to get, the community was incredibly generous in that, and we were able to get a lot of fans donated in that situation. I know there are some agencies out there. I don't know exactly which ones they are.
Right.
But that's another good reason to check on your neighbor. If you have elderly neighbors, check on them, make sure, see if they need any food, so they don't keep them from having to make a trip to the grocery store where they might be exposed, and make sure they're doing all right with the heat.
Yep.
Make sure that you also take care of your pets. They're just as subject to the heat as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And getting back to the pets, you want to change their water bowls. You want to change the bird baths so that the mosquitoes don't have a chance to breed and bring us West Nile virus. Because we're getting to the time of year where that usually shows up.
Okay. How often should they change their bird bath?
I would, I just wouldn't let it stand. I would change it every day, every other day.
Oh, really? So that frequent?
Yeah. Doesn't take long for mosquitoes to lay eggs and form the hatch.
Oh, really? How quick do they hatch?
I don't have the exact information on that, but I know they can breed. Some of them can breed in a puddle of water the size of a bottle cap.
Man. Okay.
So if you set your plants outside to get some nice fresh rain, that's a good idea. But dump out the extra water when they bring them inside, so you don't have mosquitoes inside.
Okay.
Yeah. There are just a lot of really simple, basic things. Your pet's water, you probably want to change that every day anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If the pet doesn't drink at all.
Let's be proactive all the way around. Let's be proactive all the way around, because it is hot outside. It is warm. So even though we're doing a lot of variables right now, y'all, and so let's stay focused. Let's continue to spread love, and I know for a fact we will make it through it without a doubt.
These are not the best of times, but we'll get through it, and it's certainly no shame for someone to be feeling depressed or having anxieties. There are numbers and sources out there for free help, so people need to look into that.
Without a doubt. Call 211. 211 is the emergency number for anything domestic. So if you need some mental health, some shelter, help with paying your bills, there's resources now to help with rent and mortgage. So if you're dealing with evictions, just call 211. They can guide you to the appropriate nonprofit organization that are providing those services. Shouts out to all those unsung heroes and all those people that have stepped up during this time of need. Anything else, Phil? Anything else?
There's always more, William. Come on.
Thank you.
We could sit here, and a lot of times it's always great to come by. Our information line will have is another good source, 402-444-3400.
Okay.
People have questions about anything related to COVID-19, and the county is using some of the CARES funding from that act. Some of that will go for rental assistance. I think there's going to be a website put up soon.
Great.
That's going to be able to help guide people through that.
Great.
Get some rental assistance, mortgage assistance, and so that is out there. I know there was one of the county commissioners held a hearing in their subcommittee yesterday to help get that going. So that's gonna, it's gonna happen. There are a lot of restrictions on how the money goes and oversight on it, but I think it's starting to get to the places it needs to be.
Great.
Yeah,
I did hear that debate a couple of weeks ago. So once we get the more knowledge, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
We want to make sure we get that to the Boss family up here.
Omaha, Nebraska. We talking to Phil Rooney, representative at our Douglas County Health Department. We got a guest we calling in from Nebraska Economic Development Office. We got the director, Tony Goins. He's gonna be calling in at 8:30. We're gonna be talking about money, y'all. How we could take advantage of some of the grant dollars that are available through the state. And then also some other opportunities that exist through the state. We're going to be proactive versus reactive, similar to what we're doing here. Every Friday, we're giving you guys a health update to make sure that we are making the best decisions to create longevity in our lives, without a doubt. Phil, what's your guys' number again, just in case anyone have any questions?
402-444-3400.
All right, Omaha, Nebraska. I just want to remind you at 10 a.m. today, Jackson Tower, 600 South 27th Street, 27th and St. Mary, free Corona-19 testing from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today. You can walk up, you can drive up, you don't need an appointment. Also, if you need a ride, they partner with Lyft. We don't care where you live at. We don't care where you live at. You can get a ride. We'll pay for the ride to the Jackson Tower back to your home. All you got to do is put in a promotion code when you schedule your Lyft, Simple Test 2020. Yes, it's really Simple Test 2020, and your ride will be paid for. Oh, yeah. That is a love thy neighbor move.
That is a great move, because we know from talking, I've used to work with Sully with the Housing Authority, and he said, transportation is a major issue.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I worked there, and so that's wonderful. That's a wonderful bit of planning there.
Yeah, without doubt. That is a holistic plan, and that's how we need to behave in our community as we go forward. The best way to bring our community together is love and the just demonstration of love. Oh, yeah, that's why we always advocate love thy neighbor. This is how we're going to elevate. This is how we're going to heal, y'all. Oh, yeah. We're going to take a music break. And then, like I said, we got our guest coming up shortly. All right. Boss with us.
Let's fade on the keys.
We the people that rise. We the people that hustle. We the people that struggle. We the people that fight for it. We the people that work. We the people that hurt. We the people that live. We the people survive. We the people that stand up. We the people that try. We the people that give. We the people that hope. We the people that want peace, but we the people that know. Ain't no peace when police killing in these streets. Ain't no love, but it ain't no drug that's gonna change how it be. And at night I hear the shooting, cause it wake me out my sleep. Damn, another brother died cause of crooked police. We the people gotta speak, gotta rise up out the sea. Don't nobody really care, a brother die about every week. More killing from your brothers than the police. COP 12 one time and Blue Street. Supposed to protect the peace, but you act like our enemy. Run up on us with your pistols and put us down on our knees. Then you search us, don't find nothing, and still don't want us to leave. You start shooting like it's a movie, we figure it's OV. We the people that rise. We the people that hustle. We the people that struggle. We the people that fight. We the people that try. We the people that give. We the people that hope. We the people that want peace, but we the people that know.
We the people they call savages, recreating our images as primitive. Slavery days made it definitive, based on race. What a disgrace, man, that's ridiculous. It still ain't changing, it's sad to say. We gotta live through this, living under tyranny, under guise of democracy, where people have a voice, so people living in poverty. Our hoods are still the same, where it's nothing but broken property, and jobs don't pay enough. More money comes from a robbery. Solution is to put us in prison, never to listen. Not understanding the issue, problems nobody fixing. They try and hold us down, and still my brothers uplifted, cause they blind to our struggle, but we got vision. T-Bone.
We the people that rise. We the people that hustle. We the people that struggle.
We the people that fight for it. We the people that work. We the people that hurt. We the people that live. We the people survive. We the people that stand up. We the people that try. We the people that give. We the people that hope. We the people that want peace, but we the people that know.
Listen to me. On my life, I don't have no real enemies, but I know everybody is not a friend to me. I show my people love, that's why I always get it back. And I stand up for my family, one phone call I will attack. And real recognize real, so I don't see you haters. And I'm not talking about my brothers, I'm talking about these snakes. They smiling in our face, but turning us against ourselves. Killing all the black kings to keep the queen from getting out. We 40 cal, self-trained, so we don't need the army busting down my door. I wish these martial law try me. We some psychopaths, raised in the projects, and I ain't met a move yet who can dodge a tech. Hey, cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The Islanders was born in America, being black. Hey, cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us born in America, being black. They call us militant and racist cause we still resist the brainwashing and genocide by this government. My people waking up and now at least we more conscious with plans of unity, but still we must proceed with caution and breaking the cycle of thinking like slaves. Gather up knowledge and nurture your brain to change the situation. Death is what our race is facing. We in a nation where they shoot us first, ask questions later. Black lives mean nothing in their eyes, we just a perpetrator. And marching and holding rallies, that's not doing nothing. We tried it Martin's way and still our people struggling. It's time to educate and elevate from all the hate. Our future generations is at stake. We don't have time to waste. Cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us born in America, being black. Hey, cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us born in America, being black. Black power, black power, black power, black power, black power, black power, black
Hey, hey, woo! Heart of a lion, hey, soul of a saint, whoa, mind of a God, hey, I'm on a break, whoa, I've been to heaven, hey, I've been to hell, whoa, I've been to prison, but you can't tell, whoa, I had to get it, hey, when I was broke, whoa, 4 miles of feet and the hustle is moving slow, hey, where all my critters is getting it out the mud, getting flipping them bricks and then washing the money up, hey, cold peace. So cold, behold heat. I say less than a 4 speak. Me, Ricky, on the freeway for a 4-piece. And if he acting funny at the meetup, then that's more dope for me. Apply the pressure, no, that ain't enough. Well, foot on the gas and your fingertips on the clutch. I'm driving reckless, I've been on the other side. So let me enjoy my sunshine. Hey, whoa.
The window to your heart.
your flame, we did this, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, this is my battle cry. I hope you straddle tight. A peacemaker with my peacemaker on the right. I'm giving last rites, ordained by the streets. A gift from God, so you better make peace. Whoa, we pushing product, hey, we at the door. Whoa, I know we eating, but man, I want some more. Whoa, I'm out the window, I head first. Hey, my life's a blessing, but sometimes it feels cursed. Hey, real talk, man, I talk real, no lies. Tupac ain't the only one, all eyes. They say I keep the same thing I had in 05. A little attitude and cocky for the slow ride. I make your soul glide, I make your soul glow. These niggas so high, I'm flying so low. This ain't the easy road if you wanna get paid. You best to get your pennies and head down the harder way.
Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want it all. Everything. Yeah, yeah. I want it all. That me and everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Due to the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong. A crown and the throne. The king going dumb. Just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. Well, there's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. In this petty game, man, they might go. Change my lanes in this petty game, man, I might blow. Residual, the narrow, I might get a little more. Or I can run with the Taliban. Just like the Menace Clan. Ramshackle through my way to get more. And I was getting recognition instead of going on missions and ripping the frame out of everything I know existed. I ain't the only one deserving to get his ass kissed. When I live with individuals who lyrically live everything that they know they've done, just to take care of their children who sit across their rooms and listen to their parents to go try to spot for a living, wishing they could give them riches or the lifestyle of rich and famous where Robin Leach is. But I ain't tripping, cause it's gonna happen, cause I just spoken into existence and you the witness. Listen, now who laughing? I want it all. That me and everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Due to the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong. A crown and the throne. The king going dumb. Just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. Well, there's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. And the situation's critical. Step on the gas, watch how fast life come at you full blown. On my honor, the drama so intense you feel it though. And I heard it's my turn to feed the world with momentum. Had an alternatum to take the nation by storm. By any form, I decided to come back and just hit them like an umbilical. I can watch the week that burn them like 10-4. In any form, I decided to just roll with the spiritual. We got the monopoly, we don't pass go. I know youngsters who pop and go with 44s. And they ain't even reached 14 years old. No, for life is rolling around on rack and strolling on death row. It's the part of the game the books don't teach us though. But they said we could be taught though. But if I remember correctly, the oldest anatomy of humanity scholars we found was Hebrew and minus wrong. I want it all. That me and everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Due to the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne, the king going dumb, just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know, well, there's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all, that me and everything, the houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all, a life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Due to the pursuit of happiness, man, I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne, the king going dumb, just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know, well, there's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all.
I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline nugget. I'm a king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline nugget. I'm a king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm like Bruce Lee. When I enter the dragon, girl, I'm like Tech 9. When I enter, Listen, I'm like Spike Lee, cause I do the right thing. Boy, I'm like Chief Keef, cause I'm gang. I am just like Malcolm, get it by any means. I am just like Martin Luther, even though I'm a king. I am Huey P. Newton, I'm black, I know I got the power. I am Hannibal Lecter, all these beats I devour. I am Wiz Khalifa, I've been smoking back to back. I am just like you, I've been getting to the bag. I am just like me, I feel like ain't nobody better. I am just like Flame, well you know about what I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again, I'm a gang, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend, I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again, I'm a gang, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend, I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm perfection. How you gonna kill me? Nigga, I'm the weapon. I ain't worried about the killers. I ain't worried about the hitters. I'm worried about money and how we gon' get it. I'm rich. I'm full of them bags. I'm just like Hawk. I'm known to smash. I crash the beats. I stump the streets. I'm just like August. I'm known for heat. Fresh out the pot. I'm dripping with sauce. Key to the whip. I'm known to take off. The squad, the team, we all go off. But I'm totally dancing. Now who's gonna bomb it? You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again, I'm a gang, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend, I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again, I'm a gang, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend, I'm a
bloodline, son of the sun. I'm fully melanated, black power fist in the sky, fully activated, captivate the mass when I speak. Every head bow indigenous, glorified king, oh precious man child, Blackfoot, color of copper. I came from the dirt, legendary, mine in the sky, my body's mother earth. Walked through the valley of death and came out a king. Joseph, they ain't cut from my cloth. I saw so many dreams. I'm in the den with the lions. Now they calling me Daniel. I went to sleep as a passing. I woke up as a pharaoh. No longer will I walk, I'm riding on the camel. Zulu warrior, bow and arrow, eyes on the stone.
You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again, I'm a gang, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend, I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again, I'm a gang, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend, I'm a legend.
We're gonna keep it rolling, y'all. Boss with me.
The decisions that you making, it might cost you your life. Y'all be on that rap talk, I'm only talking real life. Third eye finally open, illuminated my insides. Brighter than the sunrise, my mind is where the sunlight. Jumped up on my body, I'm speaking higher than blue.
My family think I'm losing in drugs, they think I'm using them. I'm making moves so accurately, dog. I think I'm losing them. I woke up by myself, no alarm. Y'all hitting snooze again. Fantasy folks is living and created by the Jewish man. Me, I'm living free as I wanna be. It's my birthright. No more turning a blind eye. Breaking free from the tail eye. Vision is my mission to pass on to all the future me's. No gangbangers or wannabe. Only kings and real queens. Up out the matrix, no hatred. On that ain't those playing and pussy lust. The women and women is with the women now. These mama boys is too soft to fight. Can't put them pistols down. That's why I'm riding solo and vibing with other stars. See, mental masturbation of others can't show the real me. Staying in my lane, manifesting my own reality. Can't let them get the best of me. So I publish a recipe for freedom. If you need it, receive it, then go repeat it. Government agents heated. The kings can't be defeated. No matter how you kill us, steal us, deal us, or drill us. You never tried to fill us. You shooting because you fear us. There's no other reason for hating my skin. We the chosen ones created on this earth just to win. But we losing cause we choosing to live our life full of sin. But the awakening is coming and we rising again. I said the awakening is coming and we rising again. Yeah, the awakening is coming and we rising again.
And the sin that we live in is simply ignorant niggas. Come on, y'all. We gotta be
Yeah. Where we at? Omaha, Las Vegas. Smash. Yeah. Swiper, no swipe. Back up on the set and still them broke ones ain't no piping. I'm in traffic like a license. Pitching with your vices. 10 times out of 10, I'ma get you righteous. Feel front 50, push your pippy to the positive. Copy where the Dodgers live. Stashed it where my nana live. All I want is Gouda. You can be the loser. If it's nookie over dollars, I would never choose her. I prefer to get it dumping. Ain't no set position. Another day, another note. That's another mission. I pull it off like Michelle. Fourth and inch in, they put some chippers on the books for my players bid in and hope the game never ever take me under where I'm running. One full season politicking summer by summer. My dice roll up, down, maneuver, I'm back up now. Rainstorms, doggy, I be coming with that thunder cause I'm about that. I'm just a shooter, this is how the dice roll. I maneuver for the moolah, taking off in flight mode. Feeling like them old boys, just right go. Everybody hustling cause we all like dough. Smash a pump. He be crying up a river, smash a broke. She be acting like a snitch. They really hate my team. I be chillin', it's the cream that got me doing my thing. Quartey is the miss, yeah. Got a bunch of feelings, better bottle that. I'm yelling like them strippers, where them dollars at? Your girlfriend a stallion got a lot of back. If she ever wanna take me shopping, I'm a Grillin', skrillin', speed, no riddling, gas tank full, sign a title with dillerin'. Either fly, flop, it get hot, raw cinnamon. Got a tiptoe, inspectors in my piss again. Hustle till you ain't got a breath up, then you go 48 hours like a enough up. Then you brick of 50s in my pocket, they swept up. Been here, the looter and the shooter get respect up. Been here, don't doubt that, I'm just a shooter. This is how the dice roll. I maneuver for the moolah, taking off in flight mode. Feeling like them old boys trying to strike gold. Everybody hustling cause we all like dough.
Oh yeah, Omaha. Let me turn this down, my bad. We got a caller coming in. Should be calling in the next few minutes. Tony Goins, we're going to be talking about some economic development. Let me get some music on. Oh yeah, he's going to be calling in from the state of Nebraska, the Economic Development Office. We're going to be talking about economics, y'all. He should be calling in shortly. So once he calls in, we're going to get him on the line and we're going to interview him. If you guys got any particular questions from him, please leave it in the comment line on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. Appreciate everybody watching this morning. Brother Eli, Elijah, and Brother Dewan. Oh yeah, hold on one second. I think this is him. Hello, it's William. Good. How you doing, bro? I'm gonna put you on air. How you doing this morning? Good. Well, let me put you on the air. Let me introduce you, then we can go from there, bro. Appreciate you calling in. We got about however long you feel, 5, 10, 15 minutes based off your schedule. Cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you get out everything that you want to talk about. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna put you on here. All right. Omaha, Nebraska. The suburbs as well as the bluffs. Oh yeah, we don't want to forget Council Bluffs. We reach all the way over to Iowa. We got a very special guest on the line calling in from our state capital. Without a doubt, I call it the cleanest city in the union. Without a doubt, Lincoln is so clean. But we have one of the representatives of the governor. He handles the economic development for the state of Nebraska, and so we have him online. I want him to introduce himself, and then we can get right into the dialogue. So how are things going today, sir?
William, things are going well, man, and I really appreciate the opportunity to join your audience. This is the boss, right?
Yes, sir. 95.7 The Boss. You know, it's only one boss Well, you a boss too. You a boss?
No. You're the boss, William. You're the boss. No, but it's an honor to have a chance to speak to the listening audience and kind of talk about what we're doing as a state.
Okay.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, actually, since we are in the pandemic, we just had the Dulles County Health Department, here giving weekly updates, so our community, can make, great decisions, to stay alive. And so, economically, we have been affected. And so since you are the man, the real, the legend, we want to hear from you what we should be doing economically, what opportunities exist, through the state that we should be watching out for. A couple of days ago, we had a chance to interview Miss Smith. She indicated that they're working on Medicaid expansion for the individuals here in our communities. So just want to talk about anything that's specific that we need to be watching out for or taking advantage of that's currently available through the state of Nebraska.
Well, I would say right now, William, we've had a number of grants that have come out of the Department of Economic Development. We had the Business Stabilization Grant, and I really hope that everyone took advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
That grant is now closed right now, but I know that we sent it out throughout the community. We also had the Gallup grant, and that was a grant that would allow small business owners to have the opportunity to use Gallup services around leadership training, culture training, and looking at what was necessary to grow and scale your business.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also had what we call the Workforce Retraining Grant. This was a grant that would have gone out to Metro Community College so that if you were unemployed or underemployed, then you could go to Metro, go through a certificate program,
right?
And as a result of that certificate program, you would be able to work in a job that was higher demand. So we did administer those grants. We're excited. I'm fairly sure that a number of your listeners took advantage of those grants.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And we actually talked about it consistently. We talked about it consistently for those that had that opportunity. I know they did. But this is not over though. So I know there's going to be some other opportunities. Correct?
Well, I think right now, I mean, those are the opportunities that were provided.
Mm-hmm.
We continue to watch the federal government to see if there are any other, financial opportunities that may come out of Washington. But
right.
As of right now, that's what we have. And of course, we have PPP. PPP was open for quite some time. And then we also had the EIDL loan, which was the economic injury disaster loans, which I'm sure quite a number of businesses also took advantage of. But, what I would say right now, what our citizens should be doing is, as we kind of systematically watch the COVID cases, we continue to watch the hospital utilization, and that's beds, ICU, and ventilators. And as long as we're able to maintain a very low utilization rate, then systematically we'll continue to move through the process. And there are job openings. I mean, my peer John Albin, who is the Commissioner of Labor,
mm-hmm.
Publishes those numbers, and I would say that we should take all the precautions in the world. I say wear your mask, attempt to social distance. I'm not doing handshakes right now, William. I'm doing an elbow bump.
Right.
And systematically, you can't call it post-COVID because COVID is still here. But the question is, how do you safely and systematically coexist with COVID and still try to live some level of normalcy,
right,
in your life? So I think it's time for folks to get back to work, do it the right way, and really, entrepreneurs, it's time to think about some of the needs that COVID has created and get innovative and start doing what's necessary in order to, generate revenue for yourself and for your family.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, you are new to this position. Is that correct?
I started this position in October of last year, October of 2019.
2019. Okay, so you're still young. You're still youngin.
Still under a year. Yes, sir.
So how things been going thus far?
Overall, William, it's been we've been doing extremely well, and I think it's really important that your listeners in the Black community do what's necessary to participate in this economy. And we, Danette and I are committed to working with various business leaders in the Black community to ensure that our citizens, our Black citizens, have an opportunity to participate. But overall, Nebraska is one of the best economies in the United States. We have the lowest unemployment rate at 5.2%. The GDP, which is gross domestic product, and is really an indicator of the health of an economy.
Mm-hmm.
Those numbers came out a couple of days ago. Now, the entire United States did drop, but the state of Nebraska dropped the least. We're at negative 1.3% when the majority of the country is in high single digits, and I do think fewer states are in double digits. So when you look at our overall economic health, some of the levers that we pulled, we were able to do a better job at stabilizing our economy, and the reopening and the growth strategies that we put in place have fared well for us.
Right. What's the future look like? Because with this continued pandemic and continued adjustments from the federal government, is life going to be like this for a while? And if it is, even though the unemployment rate is going down, it's still relatively high over here in the Black community. What's your agenda, for the future, as we continue to battle this?
You're gonna hear me talk about myself, Danette, Carmen Tapio, who was with North End Teleservices. You got Mike Green, who owns an investment firm there, Frank Hayes. It's an agenda called Just Do Business. And a good friend of mine, Robert Blackwell Jr. out of Chicago, really coined the term Just Do Business. So to answer your question, what we are looking at is how do we work with the majority community to look at our larger firms and ask questions about more Black representations at the board level, because at the board level, you have a chance to influence policy,
right? And
you also influence process and procedures and strategy as a part of those organizations. Number two is more Black representation in the C-suite. And when I use that term, I'm talking about either CEO, chief operating officer, or chief financial officer. I mean, those are positions that really influence the strategy and the tactics of an organization. And then number three, so what are your workforce practices around recruiting? So are you going to the HBCUs around the country and looking at recruiting Black talent at every level in your organization? And in addition to the recruitment, what are you doing to create sponsorship and support? So when they come to the state of Nebraska, they don't just come and leave. They come and stay because they feel that there's a community and people that are going to support them and wrap their arms around it.
Right.
And number four, which is really, really important, is really supply diversity. So these larger majority firms, as you look at your vendor list, are you doing business with Black business? So, William, I'm very passionate about this because it's really not about a handout, but if I give you a contract and that contract is large enough and you can go out and hire at scale 1 to 200 Black folks and pay them more than a living wage, then that's when the paradigm really shifts.
Right.
And in our community, we got to be prepared for those contracts. So that means you got to have clean financials, your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, and the P&L statement. We got to look at, what kind of marketing programs do you have so you can market your business. And then there needs to be an HR function. So we're going to look to see what we need to do to support our Black businesses to be ready and prepared to take these larger contracts. But that's really the way you shift the paradigm. Just do business.
Right. I am a national certified MBE. And so I totally understand because corporations don't want to do business, or even governments don't want to do business unless you're a certified MBE, in which is a minority business enterprise. As to piggyback on what you stated, what is the I mean, man, is that the main initiative? Because that four steps that you put forth, that would make a significant change, especially when it comes to vendors and giving out contracts to those eligible minority enterprises.
That we're pushing, and the fifth step has to do with preparation.
Okay.
So I don't want to leave that piece out because, as you know, you mentioned MBE, and we don't actually. Any certificate, you have to be prepared.
Right.
You have to be prepared. You got to have your business in order, and then as a part of that, we want to really start looking at high growth, high demand business opportunities. So technology and the trades here in the state of Nebraska are high growth, high demand business opportunities. What do we do to create more Black tech companies? How do we identify opportunities across the state and across the country that a technology firm could fill that void? And what do we do to encourage entrepreneurship in the Black community, very specifically to tech and trades? When we talk about trades, there is still a demand for housing.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have the various certifications to as a contractor to be able to perform various activities, there's a demand for that. So
right.
The preparation piece is important, but you really shift the paradigm when the majority businesses have a chance to do business with Black businesses, pay them, and then we go out as that business and hire in our own community.
Is there any kind of ecosystem that can develop those emerging entrepreneurs to scale to the level in which you communicating? Of course,
that's part of the agenda.
Right. Of course, you gave money through Gallup, so I know that's a portion of that. Is that correct?
That is absolutely sure is.
Okay.
And that was the same program that a large technology sports company, digital sports company out of Lincoln, Nebraska, used Gallup when they were very small, and now they're an international firm. So, that Gallup program is one of the best programs in the world to help businesses understand the need and how to scale based on leadership and culture.
Interesting. And they're a neighbor, so hopefully we can get them to do more without your guys' push. Because that's what neighbors need to do, is to
yes.
And I grew up in the projects, and so those are the ethics that I learned. We had neighbors that fed us, but also we had neighbors that chastised us because our family names were important to our mothers and fathers, and so
that's right.
So is that kind of love? Besides, I know the state, you guys have been pushing them as well as financing, but I want to encourage those especially those 150 corporations that say they're going to stand up for, in particularly in North Omaha, to take it to a different level. What else is on your agenda? I know you have a lot of goals. What are your particular goals for some of the areas of Nebraska that really need improvement, not only in the urban area, but we even talk about rural areas that's in need.
As you and I know really, really how my agenda is high-speed connectivity and looking at Nebraska as a technology company and not just as a state.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to do what's necessary to get the high level of connectivity across the entire state in our rural communities to take care of, to give them the opportunity to be able to work from home if necessary. Telemedicine is now a critical component of what is necessary for us to become more successful.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to telemedicine, if some of these kids have to go to school from home. So it becomes even more critical to have the highest level of connectivity across the entire state. That connectivity also spurs entrepreneurship, and it diversifies an economy because they're not just dependent on agriculture. Or let me reframe that. Agriculture becomes just a vertical under technology. I mean, there are a number of ag companies, both farmers and ranchers. When you think they're farmers and ranchers on the surface, but when you actually visit their operations, you will see that technology plays a very, very large role in the way they run their business. And so at the end of the day, we've got to have the highest level of connectivity that allows us to diversify our economy, and it allows us to continue to grow as a state. So that's one. We have not stopped recruiting. I mean, we're still looking at the recruitment of firms, not just across the United States, but international. We do know that there is a trend of looking at reshoring. You know, offshoring was a trend at one time, but we do know that some firms are looking to bring certain business opportunities or parts of their supply chain back to the United States. And Nebraska is poised logistically in the middle of the country to be able to take on more of that business and create even more and better opportunities for the citizens of the state.
In particular, here in North and South Omaha, the governor created opportunity zones. And I had that on my radar when you talked about increasing broadband. What's a lot of people from our community really don't have that knowledge or even how to use that current opportunity. Is there any mechanism where individuals that's trying to learn, those entrepreneurs that want to take advantage of, is there some type of mechanism where they could engage someone on the state level to help them in that process to take advantage of those opportunity zones?
Yes, we answered that. So let me share something with you, and I will send you over all of the logistics so that you can share with your audience. But on August the 13th, Walter Davis, who is the CEO of a firm out of South Carolina and Atlanta, Georgia, Peachtree Management. Walter is one of the authors and one of the leaders that helped to write the policy for opportunity zones across the United States. Okay. Walter is actually flying into Omaha, Nebraska, and there's going to be a full-fledged seminar on how to better take advantage and use opportunity zones.
Man, brother, we got to be part of that. We got to be part of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've known Walter for over 20 years. He's a credible business leader. Him and his partner Angela Webb and Milton Jones. These are three Black folks from Atlanta, Georgia, and Greenville, South Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. I work with them, and they. I'm actually bringing them in. They're going to be working with Kathy Lane from the University of Nebraska, Omaha, and a number of other business leaders to put on this full-fledged conference about Opportunity Zone. And that date is August the 13th. We're still in the planning stages right now, William.
Yes, sir.
But as soon as we get the logistics, I will share them with you.
Heck yeah, without a doubt. That's going to be major because we got to take advantage of every opportunity. We just can't let them, go by the wayside because we just don't have knowledge or someone don't want to guide us through the process. We got to have guiders in our communities.
Right.
We can't continue to be, participating in ignorance, especially when we have the intelligent wealth like yourself and as well as others you've mentioned. We have the intelligent wealth in order to make sure that we can transform those that need that knowledge.
That's right.
So, how are you being treated? Are you getting loved? I mean, during this time, right now it's a tense time. Are you a family man? Do you have kids going to school? I mean, are you worried about all these other things like regular people?
Oh man, absolutely. Yeah, my wife Kimberly Goins, she leads the Boys and Girls Club here in Lincoln. So she runs a nonprofit organization serving the teenagers and kids, and she's had to make adjustments to the way she operates simply because the facilities are closed. We've got 4 kids and 5 grandkids, but all of our kids are grown. Our grandkids live in Kansas City and South Carolina. So our family's well, and we thank God for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Omaha, Nebraska. We're talking to brother. You didn't even introduce yourself. Let people know who you are.
Well, my name is Anthony Goins. Most folks call me Tony. And in addition to being the Director of Economic Development, William, as you know, I'm also a small business owner myself. I'm the lead partner in the Capital Cigar Lounge, which is a wonderful venue in Lincoln, Nebraska at 5505 South 16th Street. It's a place where friends enjoy friends and where conversation is culminated in commonalities, and you do so over a nice cigar and a cocktail. And what happens is you find out you have more in common than you do apart. So I've been here in Lincoln now going on 6 years.
Okay.
I'm a banker by trade. I spent a number of years with JP Morgan Chase, and then I got a phone call about an opportunity here in the state of Nebraska as the chief operating officer for Cabela's Bank. And so we relocated here from Dallas in August of 2014. We did sell Cabela's Bank, and I was on the deal team that helped to sell the bank to Capital One.
Okay.
And then we sold Cabela's to Bass Pro. And my family and I, my wife and I, decided to stay in Nebraska after we completed that transaction, and it's been a great move. So we love the state, we love the city of Lincoln, we love Omaha, and it's been a great experience. I've lived in 14 different cities, William, so I've got things to compare it to.
All right, without a doubt, and especially coming from down south, and you coming up here to enjoy some winter. Obviously, Lincoln, I already said, is one of the cleanest cities in the union. So, obviously, you're in good space.
Absolutely,
bro. We appreciate you. Is there anything that we didn't discuss before we let you go?
No. Well, I think we covered it all. William. I just want to close with the headline is just do business, and I would encourage all of our Black citizens and entrepreneurs just to read as much as possible, learn as much as possible, understand it takes hard work and grit in anything you do in life, and be open to change, open to assimilation, be open to trust, be open to growth, and keep God first. And I'm confident that we'll continue to progress.
Without a doubt. Brother Goins, we brag off our neighbors. We appreciate you. You are necessary. Let the people know if they're in Lincoln again, where can they come in? And today is Black Friday. We call every Friday Black Friday. We want people to be on purpose to do business with Black businesses.
That's right.
Because we want to raise everyone in our community. Black people.
That's right.
Black people spend money with everyone, every community. We just want those communities to spend money with us, develop relationships with us, and so we can make a better community. So give us the name of your business again. If we're in Lincoln, where should we come to enjoy some relaxation, some great conversation, and to develop new relationships?
Yep. Well, if you're in Lincoln today, you can see me this afternoon at the Capital Cigar Lounge. We're on the corner of 16th and Old Cheney. The address is 5505 South 16th Street. Our mission is we create many vacations for our friends. Our values are we treat customers like friends because relationships matter. We create an unparalleled experience with every visit. Our staff, we are professional while we still have fun, and we operate for the greater good of the community. So come by the Capital Cigar Lounge and enjoy our great ventilation system, comfortable chairs, 7 large TVs, great cocktails, great cigars, and great conversation.
Without a doubt, Omaha, I've been there before. It's a wonderful environment. It's good to see a Black entrepreneur doing his thing. I know for a fact that entrepreneurship is the only way we're going to raise the consciousness as well as the economics of our community. Brother Goins, again, you are necessary. If we're down in Lincoln, we want to make sure we stop by the Capital Cigar Bar, without a doubt.
Thank you so much, William. I appreciate you.
Bro, you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye. Omaha, Nebraska. That was the director of economic development for the state of Nebraska, Tony Goins. We're going to take a musical break real quick. I hear actually about to get out of here. In the next 3 minutes, we're going to play a parting cut. Stay tuned with us at 10 o'clock. Our teenagers are going to be doing, our interns are going to be, turn that up a little bit. Our interns are going to be doing their show at 10 o'clock today. So stay tuned with us as we broadcast from here. The Boss Teen Show starts at 10 o'clock. I think they're going to go for 2 hours today. So it'll probably be from 10 to 2 today. We will be broadcasting the teen show to hear what's on the minds of our young people. All right. Omaha, appreciate you. The Burbs, as well as the Bluffs. We appreciate you guys. Support 95.7 The Boss. Hopefully you guys learned something today, not only from the health department, from Phil Rooney, but also the director of Nebraska Economic Development Office, state of Lincoln, state of Nebraska, excuse me. Tony Goins called in and we talked about economics and the opportunities through the Nebraska Economic Office. If you're in Lincoln, make sure you guys go down to the Capitol Cigar Bar. Also today, and then tomorrow, 10 o'clock to 2 p.m., they're doing free Corona-19 testing at Jackson Tower, 600 South 27th Street. Free testing. They got free rides. You can call Lyft. Yeah, just call Lyft. Let them know that you need a ride to Jackson Tower. They'll take you there and back to your home. All right. All you got to do is put in a promotional code, Simple Test 2020. That's all you got to do. You can get a free ride to Jackson Tower. Man, that is a love thy neighbor move. And then tomorrow, Salem Baptist Church, 3131 Lake Street. They're having free testing for Corona-19 from 10 a.m. again to 2 p.m. Brought to you by New Era Baptist State Convention, Omaha Housing Authority, as well as the Department of Health and Human Services. Free testing again today, Jackson Tower from 10 to 2 p.m. Located at basically 27th and St. Mary. And then tomorrow, Salem Baptist Church, 3130, basically 31st and Lake. They have free testing, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. again tomorrow. Free. Again, sponsored by Omaha Housing Authority, New Era Baptist State Convention, as well as Department of Human and Health Services. All right. So that's going down tomorrow as well as today, free testing. So get out, and get that testing so we'll know what's going on. Remember, continue to practice great social distance, continue to practice great hygiene. As we continue to deal with this coronavirus. All right. Again, stay with us about an hour. We're going to be right back with y'all with the Boss Teen Show. Till then, boss with us.
Are you in the market for a quality used car, truck, or SUV? Well, come on down or go online to Omaha's choice in quality used vehicle, TN3 Auto. A trusted leader in selection, quality, and value. TN3 Auto has a selection of vehicles to fit any budget, and trade-ins are always low. Financing is available for all types of credit, and you'll be treated like you're one of the family. Come on down to TN3 Auto, 3702 North 30th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and closed on the Lord's Day. You can also go online and get pre-approved at www.tn3auto.com. Once again, that's 3702 North 30th Street. Or go online to tn3auto.com. That's www.auto.com. Don't forget, it's close to free at TN3. This message is in the Evolution Approved.
New Era Baptist State Convention of Nebraska, Inc. and the Omaha Housing Authority have partnered with DHHS to provide free COVID-19 testing. A free COVID-19 testing event will take place Saturday, July 11th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Salem Baptist Church, 3131 Lake Street. Again, 3131 Lake Street, Omaha. Pre-registration available by visiting testnebraska.com. Registration is not required. Widespread testing is key to slowing the spread of the virus, finding a cure, and saving lives. 95.7 The Boss is a proud supporter of the Omaha Housing Authority.
It's just a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real. Here's what I want you all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me. If you're contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease. Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently. Good hygiene.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus. Show me your mouth. Say it.
So stay home. Stop the spread. Save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up. You ain't going out like that.
We're here to keep you. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves.
Have you joined the effort to help Nebraska fight COVID-19? All Nebraskans have a role to play by taking part in the Test Nebraska Challenge. Visit testnebraska.com and you can take the short assessment to help the state direct resources to the places they're needed most. The Test Nebraska system will help health experts assess the need to test at a higher capacity and trace the positive cases. Visit testnebraska.com to join the effort today. That's testnebraska.com.
The New Era Baptist State Convention of Nebraska Incorporated and the Omaha Housing Authority have partnered with DHHS to provide free COVID-19 testing. A free COVID-19 testing event will take place this Friday, July 10th at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Jackson Tower, located at 600 South 27th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Again, this is a free COVID-19 testing event that will take place this Friday, July 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Jackson Tower, located at 600 South 27th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Pre-registration is available by visiting testnebraska.com. Again, pre-registration is available by visiting testnebraska.com. Widespread testing is a key to slowing the spread of the virus, finding a cure, and saving lives. 95.7 The Boss is a proud supporter of the Omaha Housing Authority.
It's just a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real. Here's what I want you all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me. If you're contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease. Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus. Show me your mouth. Say it. You're contagious.
So stay home. Stop the spread. Save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up. You ain't going out like that.
We're here to keep you informed.
Coronavirus. Just get it real. Don't believe the hype.
In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Don't believe the hype.
You may have received the 2020 census form in the mail. It's important to fill it out. It ensures proper funding for public schools, healthcare clinics, and so much more. If you have any questions about completing the census form, members from our community will be in your neighborhood to help. And to make sure you understand your census information is safe, confidential, and important. Like you, we're part of the community. For information, visit nebraskacounts.org. Paid for by Civic Nebraska.
Have you done your part in the fight against COVID in Nebraska? All Nebraskans have a role to play. Visit testnebraska.com and you can take the short assessment to help the state direct testing resources to the places they're needed the most. The Test Nebraska system will help health experts assess the need, test at a higher capacity, and trace the positive cases. Visit testnebraska.com to join the effort today.
New Era and the Omaha Housing Authority have partnered with DHHS to provide free COVID-19 testing. A free COVID-19 testing event will take place Saturday, July 11th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Salem Baptist Church, 3131 Lake Street. Again, 3131 Lake Street, Omaha. Pre-registration available by visiting testnebraska.com. Registration is not required. Widespread testing is key to slowing the spread of the virus, finding a cure, and saving lives. 95.7 The Boss is a proud supporter of the Omaha Housing Authority.
It's just a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real. Here's what I want you all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me. It's contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease.
Coronavirus!
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus!
Show me your mouth.
So stay home. Stop the spread. Save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up. You ain't going out like that.
We're here to keep you informed.
Coronavirus! Just get it real!
Don't believe the hype.
In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Don't believe the hype.
What's up, y'all?
It ain't my fault.
It's the Shaka House.
It
You
ain't my
heard me?
fault.
We gonna get riding,
ain't my fault.
We gonna charge this to the game. It ain't no limit, you heard me?
Don't try it.
Y'all can't stop us.
If we don't die,
We got Fisto in here.
we don't die. We can't stop now. We can't stop. You can't stop us. So don't try it.
It ain't no limit.
If we don't die, we
fault.
don't die.
Kick it off,
We
Malcolm.
don't die. I'm by my paper, important people on my paper.